with solving regular puzzles at my level here on chess.com. I shall try to explain my thoughts as in real games. So I shall try to solve not like this is puzzle, like this is a real game, and we shall practice to think just like in a real game. So we shall solve 10 puzzles per each video because I'm slow in solving puzzles, and it seems that I will always be that. Nothing can help here, but let's go. Okay, so we shall first try to identify the opponent's threats. So what threat does the opponent have? He has, if any. Okay. Okay, the obvious threat is to capture our bishop on G on on B4. Beside that, there are no obvious threat at the moment. So we shall also try to identify our threats and to calculate and to find our candidate moves actually. So one candidate move is obviously to capture the knight on C3 with the check actually. Okay, but this is just an exchange, so I can take. Other candidate move is maybe to push the pawn because that bishop is actually under pin. We take the queen after that if bishop moves, except if there is some discovered check. No, with this dark squared bishop at the moment. So this is worthy to consider. Okay, what else can be done here? Maybe directly to take this bishop, but what with that? I don't know. So my main candidate moves here are actually to take the knight first, or immediately to push the pawn. But okay, but it seems that we need to take the knight first because we attack the bishop which cannot move, but also we will lose our bishop. So I guess that the right move order here is simply to take the knight here first with the check and then to push the pawn. Do we need to calculate something else here? That's the next question we can ask. Actually, I can't see anything else here. I can't see any and that we are blundering anything here. I can try to think a little bit more, but actually I don't know what else to do here. Shall we now simply to take the bishop? It seems to me, yes. Okay, we solved that first one. We continue to next one. Okay, this is just an endgame with few pieces, but we need to be careful who promotes first and similar. So the obvious black threat is to promote the A pawn, and at the moment we cannot stop it at all. Our king is not on time to stop it this way. But so we can also push our pawn, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and black also need 4 to promote, so we will promote at the same time, but is that enough? We are then on the move. I'm not sure. We can we can we somehow win the queen after that? What else can we do here? We can take the pawn on d4, but then we are not fast enough to promote at all. So it seems to me that we need to promote at the same time here. But then we can give a check. But maybe at some point we will need to take. But if we take the pawn on d4, then black even promotes with the check. So I'm confused a little bit here. I cannot calculate clearly that. Can we somehow stop this pawn? I don't think so that we can stop the pawn hour. So maybe it's obviously that I can calculate everything here at the moment, but I don't have a better option at the moment than simply to push the pawn. Yes, we are simply pushing the pawn. And then okay, we are still pushing the pawn, but I still can't see because when we promote, if I give the check, if of course is black king steps on the a file, we will skewer the black's queen and win the queen. But what if black steps to c3 to c3? Maybe we can give multiple checks and then somehow to do something. I don't have experience with this, but it seems that I need to promote. I can do nothing else than to promote here. Okay, now let us be careful here. Okay. If I give the check from B file somehow, so king will step here. Maybe it's better to start with. Maybe it's better to start with this check. And then king will go here. But then black's king can go close to the queen and then save the queen. Oh, maybe we need to simply. But can we go for winning pawn endgame? Can we force the queen exchange and go for winning? I'm simply not sure here. Maybe I will miss this. If I give check here and black goes here, I can then check here. But no, nothing helps here. Yes, for me it's enough to take the pawn on d4 and exchange queens at the same time. But how to achieve that? I will do this. I don't have a better idea. Okay, so far so good, but how to proceed here? Okay, maybe I can see now. If I go here, if black goes here, I can immediately take the pawn. And if I give check here and black goes, okay, if he goes here, he lose. No, he doesn't lose the queen immediately. If he goes here, then I will give another check and king. Okay, actually, yes, I can actually exchange queens and then I can even take the pawn with the king and have the winning pawn endgame. So yes, I'm proceeding with this. I cannot now. Give another. Okay, I will now exchange queens. I will now exchange queens and I am going for the winning pawn endgame. Okay, that was it. It was not easy for me, as you can see, but we somehow managed to do this. We are going to the next one. Okay, testing endgame knowledge again. So, wow, this is difficult because black has two pawns clear close to promotion, two squares from promotion, and with the help of the knight on h4, black has obvious threats here. Can we be faster here? Is this even possible to be faster here? We need to push. We have nothing more than d7, but how to stop black's pawns here? Or maybe not be so quick. Maybe first to give some check or something like that. Because if I push, It's over. Black will push. Black can push both pawns with the check, and they are protected. Okay, it's yes, and I cannot step here at all. I need to give the check on h5. I need to give the check here because then I can give that bishop for the pawn which will promote on e1. And here on this side, I can go with the king to g1. And I am only two squares from the promotion. I need to give the check on a5 because e2, e1 is direct threat. I cannot do anything else here. I need to do this. I need to do this. And I will give my bishop. And I will put my king on g1. I simply now I am pushing my pawn now. Okay, now I need to step on the only square, g1. I need to step on the g1. I have nothing else. The only move, and yes, I am safe now. And one square from promotion. Okay, not easy, not easy. Let's move on. Let's move on. The fourth one. So this is okay. Almost an opening. So what black did wrong here? It seems that black is just in nice way attacking our c3 pawn, but it seems that we have some threat here. Okay, black has only this threat here. Also, black can exchange here or here, but we are protected at the moment. So we need to deal somehow with that c3 pawn. If we protect it somehow, black can go for those exchanges and we have nothing, I guess. So the move which looks attractive to me is b4. Attacking the queen. But is this enough? Of course, if black takes with either piece, he will simply lose that piece. Maybe we will check, but we can go here. Our bishop on d3 is protected. It seems that this is not an option for black. But what if after this move, black goes with the king, I don't know, somewhere back, or even to a3. Do I have anything after that? So what other threats do we have? Okay, there is one. There is one unprotected. There is one unprotected piece actually. Okay, I didn't see that before because this bishop is protected, but this one is not protected. And if I push this pawn, actually black can protect that bishop. Maybe I don't need to worry about. Maybe I don't need to worry about CC. But actually, yes, but actually, okay, let me see a little bit more closer. If I immediately take this bishop, then black will take the pawn with the check. And actually it's a double attack to my pawn and my bishop here. So this, here, let me see. But if I take first here, black can also take here. And I have nothing. Maybe I really need to take this first here and then my bishop will be under attack, but I can protect it with the king. Is that enough? Can this be good? Is this possible? Should I be brave? Should this be the king hero protecting the bishop with? So we will not have the castle. Our king will be in the center, but is our king safe actually? Okay, let me just close a little bit more to the position to see some other resources, because I can see anything else in this position. I will simply take the bishop on d4 and then fight to survive with my king. I simply don't know what to do else here. Maybe I'm wrong about this one, but I'm going for this. Wow. Wow, my feeling is good, but this is really hard to play in the game. So to expose your king like that. But it seems now if I play here, what black can do? Black can give check here, but I have resources. I maybe can go with king even here, or simply block here. King is protecting the bishop, which is not. So I don't know. Now the only move is king to e2, because I need to protect my bishop on d3, which is attacked twice. I have only this move. Okay, black now, this is now easy for me. Maybe black had even better tries to here. I will now simply take the bishop with the queen, and my rooks are connected, so I'm not losing anything here. Okay, it's a It's a little bit scary for the white king still, but I'm just okay. This is now clear, completely clear. It's now completely clear. I'm a piece up. I just should take the queen and the game over. Okay, we had a good start today. We are moving on to the puzzle number 5 today. So I promised 10 puzzles today. Okay. These are puzzles on my level. This is a very hard level on chess.com. So if I solve even 5 is great. So starting with 4 is just brilliant so far. Okay. So what threats does black has? Okay. Actually, black is threatening mate in 1 with this move. Now at this point, this is mate in 1. So do we have our threats? But black's king is also weak. So is this mate in touch? What can black do? So this queen cannot join here. What happens if I just give the check here? If I just give the check here, black can only cover the check with this. Okay. Okay, I see now. It's still not over. I can take that. I can take that. Bishop protects, but king will run here. King will run here. Can I achieve something better here? Okay, but can I do this? Instead of this, can I simply give also this check? The only move is this one now. Black has no piece to put on e7. No piece to put on e7. And then I'm simply mating. But still no. Yeah, I'm not sure. So this, I can give check here, but then again, if I take the again, king will run to g7. What I'm missing here? It seems easy, but I'm missing the clue idea here. Can my other... No, I cannot join with to attack. I can push the pawn, but I cannot... No. If I push the pawn now, I have the square for my king. It's not mate in 1, but I cannot run with the king like that. Oh, but maybe I have something indeed here. No, I will not push the pawn, but I'm calculating again. Check, king goes here, check, knight goes here. And can I simply give another check? Can I simply give another check? Not going for the checkmate, but winning the bishop on the next move and stopping the mating threat here. Oh no, no, I'm wrong. Oh, okay, no, I'm not wrong. If I go here, black king will be here. And this will be indeed check. Okay, let's try this. Okay, okay. I said that I will think like in real game. Blunder check before moving. Quick blunder check. I can see anything. So I'm going with my plan. This one, yes, and this one check. And now we are not going for the mate because we cannot calculate the mate here. We are going just to win the piece. No, no, nice try, but I still had something better. Okay, we will try again this puzzle. So if this is not checked, then I'm going this. But how I didn't see? Okay, okay, okay. I had more. Maybe there will be no. Okay, I have more. I have more here because I can continue with checks here. And if black goes here, then I can then give this. I'm winning an extra piece here at least. If black goes here, I can then take the rook again with the check. Yes, 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 I was too quick. I didn't calculate all my resources till end. Okay, this is the move. This is the move. Okay, we are going to the next one. So white obvious threat is now to take the rook here. But shall we worry? Do we have something better here? Also, the threat is to take the pawn on c7. But also we have some resources too. We can give a check. But it will be nice to attack the knight with the check, and we cannot do that. Okay, maybe we can. Maybe we can. Not directly, but if I take the rook first, of course, if white takes with the pawn, I have this move, threatening to take here with the check and to attack here. So this will be good for me. But if after this move, white takes the rook first, white also takes the rook. But white rook cannot go here or even here because protected by the bishop, but only going back here. And so we can move our rook back to here to the safety and also covering this square. Maybe we are trapping that knight. Maybe we are simply trapping that knight. Okay. This is a nice threat. So I'm almost 100% sure that I need to move the rook. And I have nothing better than to take this rook. I'm going for this move. In real game, I will go for this. Really, in real game, I will just go for this. Okay, not so sure. Okay, white took. So I have a clear. This is now easy for me. My queen is under attack, but I was thinking about this move. This move is a clear threat. Okay. And now I'm not going simply to take because everything will be fine for white. I will first take the rook with the check, then take the queen if necessary, and only then take the knight on f8. Okay, this was great. 6. Okay, let's go for some more. Let's go for some more. So okay, what about this one? Okay, obvious threat is to take the queen. Also taking this rook. But of course, if queen doesn't move, we first take the We first take the queen. Black has no time to take this because now white king can go to h2. So what are our resources here? Wait, can I simply take this rook? Maybe not so easy. Maybe not so easy. Let me see. Take. Take. I can exchange pieces, but I have no threat on back rank after that. No, so oops, I did this is my bad. This is, I clicked, no, I am just sorry for this. I didn't watch what I'm doing. I just clicked that. I was considering another move, actually, this one, attacking to the queen, because white cannot take my queen directly. Because then I take here with the check. Yes. Yes, this is probably the move. I just misclicked. I'm so sorry. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now I was also quick, so I missed correctly. Okay, but yes, my rook is protected. I need to first to take the queen, and no, not even that. Yes, that because I take rook and go back. Okay, next one. Okay, I'm a little bit tired, but okay, let's wake up. So my rook is under attack. So should I go for pawn endgames here? Maybe I should simply go for pawn endings here. Okay, if if we take, let's say black promotes, we take, white take, but we have then diagonal opposition. Maybe it's enough. If we take, we again have a diagonal opposition. I think that we should go for a pawn endgame here. Let's do it. So now I'm starting to lose this. Oh, I need to. Yes, I don't need to worry about this pawn. I should simply go for this. I'm fast now, enough. Okay, after good start. I'm just missing puzzles. So white has a rook. It's threatening to capture my pawn with the check. I can somehow promote if I put this. Would I push the pawn on the seventh and or second rank immediately? If I go here, white will take this with the check. And I have nothing. White will have constant checks and he can take at some point my rook here, but I can maybe push this one. And after check this one, and then I have real threats. I have real threats after that. 2 pawns on the 6th rank. Let me do this. Let me do this. And now I can threaten to promote. There is no stop. Okay, if I push, but if I push, and if white takes this with the check, oh, I will push this and there will be no further checks. Neither here, neither here. Okay. Final check. Okay. My king and pawn just save here. Okay. Okay, I can promote. I can simply promote here. Okay. And the last one today. So what is the threat here? Okay, the only real threat here is I can't see a real threat by white here, but his king is on not on good position at all. If we take the knight, he can go only here. That maybe this is enough to go here. Because now if I give another check, king will run. Maybe I should simply do something like this. Hey, but white has enough pieces. I can also take here, but to take one piece, it's not enough here. So after this move, king can also run here or here. I shall simply take that knight. Okay, I missed also this one. So shall we? Yes, yes, I need to calculate more deeply this line here. But okay, now I'm simply taking this one and the king is still under pin. So yes, I was afraid of that king can escape. I didn't calculate thoroughly this one. Okay, thank you for watching and sorry for my camera is something, if light goes down, something is happening. I need to find a way how to my how to improve my camera to work well in both when there is more and less light at the same time. It should be good enough camera, but something is happening. It's not configured well, I guess. See you next time. I hope that I will now solve this regularly.